Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video on the USA Legacy Spotlight channel. Over the past 24 hours, we've received the heartbreaking news of several extraordinary talents passing away. In today's episode, we dedicate this time to honor their memories and celebrate the legacies they leave behind. Before we begin, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please give it a like as a sign of respect. Thank you. Liza Minnelli. Liza Minnelli is an iconic figure in American entertainment, best known for her powerhouse vocals, electrifying stage presence, and acclaimed performances in both film and theater. Born on March 12, 1946, in Los Angeles, California, Minnelli is the daughter of legendary actress Judy Garland and Oscar-winning director Vincente Minnelli, inheriting a legacy of cinematic and musical excellence. From a young age, Minnelli displayed remarkable talent and charisma. Her professional debut came at age 17 in an off-Broadway revival of Best Foot Forward, but it was her role in the Broadway musical Flora the Red Menace, 1965, that launched her to stardom. At just 19, she won a Tony Award for Best Actress in a Musical, becoming one of the youngest recipients at the time. Minnelli's most iconic role came in 1972 with the film adaptation of Cabaret, directed by Bob Fosse. Her portrayal of Sally Bowles, a charismatic but troubled nightclub singer in pre-Nazi Berlin, earned her the Academy Award for Best Actress. Her performance became legendary, not only for its emotional depth, but for its unforgettable musical numbers and striking visual style. Over the decades, Minnelli became a fixture in American pop culture, appearing in films such as Arthur, 1981, performing on concert stages worldwide, and headlining numerous TV specials. Her signature look, pixie haircut, dramatic eyelashes, and sequined outfits became emblematic of her dazzling and theatrical persona. Beyond performance, Minnelli's life has also been marked by personal trials, including health issues, battles with addiction, and multiple marriages. Despite these struggles, she consistently demonstrated resilience and a commitment to her craft, earning admiration for both her vulnerability and her strength. Minnelli has won numerous awards over her career, including an Oscar, an Emmy, multiple Tonys, and a Grammy Legend Award, making her one of the rare entertainers to achieve the EGOT status, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. Her achievements not only reflect her talent, but her enduring influence on generations of performers. A devoted supporter of AIDS research and LGBTQ+ rights, Minnelli has also used her fame for philanthropic causes. Her openness and advocacy helped bring attention to health and equality issues during a critical time in American society. Today, Liza Minnelli is celebrated not only as a singular talent, but as a cultural icon. Her legacy is one of innovation, emotion, and indomitable spirit, a performer who turned the spotlight into a beacon of empowerment and expression. Al Barile is a cornerstone of American hardcore punk, best known as the guitarist and founding member of the influential Boston-based band SS Decontrol, SSD. Born in Massachusetts in the early 1960s, Barile played a central role in the development of the East Coast hardcore scene during the 1980s, a movement defined by speed, intensity, and political consciousness. Barile formed SSD in 1981, motivated by a desire to create a raw, aggressive sound that reflected the frustration and rebellion of youth living in an era of political conservatism and cultural stagnation. Alongside bands like Minor Threat and Black Flag, SSD helped define hardcore punk's ethos of DIY independence, straight-edge values, and social resistance. SSD's debut album, The Kids Will Have Their Say, 1982, co-released by Barile's own label Exclaim. Records and Discord Records became a seminal release in the genre. With Barile's rapid-fire riffs and confrontational lyrics, the album rejected commercialism and championed individual empowerment. The band's ferocious live shows became legendary, often performed in small clubs, community centers, and underground venues. As SSD evolved, Barile experimented with heavier and more metallic sounds, influencing the crossover thrash movement. Later albums like Get It Away, 1983, and How We Rock, 1984, marked a shift from pure hardcore toward hard rock, sparking debate among fans but broadening the band's musical scope. While SSD disbanded in the mid-1980s, Bareil remained active in the punk community, occasionally reuniting for special performances and continuing to advocate for the punk ideals of authenticity and artistic control. Exclaim! Records became a vital outlet for other Boston bands, supporting the growth of the scene and preserving its history. Bareil was more than just a guitarist. He was a figurehead in a countercultural revolution. His commitment to straight-edge values, his resistance to mainstream norms, and his musical innovation made him a respected figure in punk circles. He inspired countless bands that followed, proving that music could be both a form of rebellion and a force for unity. Al Bareil's influence remained strong in the annals of punk history. His pioneering spirit, aggressive sound, and uncompromising stance continue to inspire musicians and activists alike who seek to challenge the status quo through art. Philip Lowry. Philip Lowry is a British actor whose name is inextricably linked with the history of British soap operas, particularly for his portrayal of Dennis Tanner in Coronation Street. Born on June 20th, 1936, in Ashton-under-Lyne, Lancashire, England, Lowry became one of the original cast members of what would become the world's longest-running television soap opera. Lowry debuted as Dennis Tanner in the first episode of Coronation Street in December 1960. His character was a charming but occasionally wayward young man, known for his dreams of showbiz success and frequent get-rich-quick schemes. The role quickly made him a familiar face in British households, and he remained a regular until 1968. After leaving the show, Lowry continued to work in television, radio, and stage, including roles in dramas, comedies, and voiceover work. He trained at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, RADA, and his classical training allowed him to adapt to a wide range of characters. Despite stepping back from Coronation Street for decades, he remained a fondly remembered figure. In 2011, after a 43-year absence, Lowry made a surprise return to Coronation Street, reprising the role of Dennis Tanner. His comeback was welcomed warmly by fans and cast alike, reconnecting the show's rich history with its present. He portrayed Dennis as older, wiser, but still holding on to traces of the charm and mischief that defined his youth. Outside of the cobbled streets of Weatherfield, Lowry appeared in other UK television staples such as Doctors, The Bill, and Heartbeat. His stage career included performances in productions ranging from Shakespeare to contemporary drama. Lowry's contribution to British television history was recognized as part of the cultural fabric of Coronation Street, a show that not only entertained but reflected the social changes of post-war Britain. His character's evolution mirrored the growth and transformation of British society over the decades. Philip Lowry's longevity in the industry and the affection with which he is remembered underscore his quiet but significant impact. Through Dennis Tanner, he helped lay the foundation for serialized storytelling on British TV and played a role in shaping the genre that millions continue to follow. Jax Gratton. Jax Gratton was a courageous transgender hairstylist and LGBTQ+ advocate whose life and work inspired a generation. Known for their warmth, authenticity, and tireless advocacy, Jax became a prominent voice for the transgender community, especially in spaces where representation was lacking. Through hairstyling, community support, and personal testimony, Jax created an atmosphere of inclusion and empowerment. Born in the United States, Jax's early years were marked by the challenges many transgender individuals face, navigating identity in a society that often misunderstands it. Despite this, Jax embraced their truth with resilience, eventually becoming not only a talented hairstylist, but also a public speaker and advocate for equality and visibility. Jax's salon wasn't just a place for haircuts, it became a safe space for many LGBTQ+ individuals. Known for their skill and creativity, Jax believed in the power of transformation, both in style and in spirit. They often provided services for those who felt excluded from traditional beauty norms, giving clients not only a new look, but also a sense of belonging. Beyond the salon, Jax used their platform to speak at schools, colleges, and community centers about issues facing the transgender community. Their story, marked by struggle, self-acceptance, and hope, resonated with people from all walks of life. They were a mentor to young trans people and a trusted friend to many allies and advocates. In addition to their professional and advocacy work, Jax appeared in several media features and podcasts, sharing their experiences and discussing the need for trans-inclusive healthcare, safe spaces, and policy reform. They collaborated with nonprofits, helped organize pride events, and often lent their voice to campaigns against discrimination. Though their life was cut tragically short, Jax Gratton's legacy lives on in the countless lives they touched. They are remembered not only for their talent and activism, but also for their humor, compassion, and unwavering dedication to creating a better world for LGBTQ+ individuals. Jax Gratton's life is a shining example of how one person's courage and authenticity can ripple out and inspire a community. They leave behind a legacy of pride, visibility, and love. Marc Garneau. Marc Garneau, born February 23, 1949 in Quebec City, Canada, is a trailblazing figure in the realms of space exploration, public service, and national unity. He was the first Canadian to travel into space, a former naval officer and a longtime federal politician who helped shape Canada's scientific and transportation policies. Garneau graduated with a degree in engineering physics from the Royal Military College of Canada in 1970 and earned his doctorate in electrical engineering from the Imperial College of Science and Technology in London. His early career was marked by service in the Royal Canadian Navy, where he specialized in naval systems engineering and rose to the rank of captain. In 1983, he was selected as one of the original Canadian astronauts by the National Research Council. The following year, he flew aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger on mission STS-41G, becoming the first Canadian in space. Garneau later completed 2 more space flights aboard Endeavour in 1996 and 2000, contributing to research in robotics, satellite deployment, and international cooperation aboard the shuttle. His achievements in space were a source of national pride, elevating Canada's role in global space exploration and inspiring a new generation of scientists, engineers, and astronauts. For his contributions, he was appointed Companion of the Order of Canada and awarded multiple honors by aerospace organizations and the Canadian government. After retiring from the astronaut corps, Garneau served as president of the Canadian Space Agency from 2001 to 2006, overseeing missions and advocating for scientific advancement. His leadership helped maintain Canada's vital role in projects such as the International Space Station and deepened collaboration with international partners. In 2008, Garneau transitioned to politics, elected as a member of parliament for Notre Dame de Grâce, Westmount. He served under both Liberal and opposition governments and held multiple cabinet positions, including Minister of Transport from 2015 to 2021. During his tenure, he advanced policies on transportation safety, infrastructure investment, and sustainability, demonstrating a pragmatic yet visionary approach to governance. Garneau's dual legacy as an astronaut and a statesman cements his place as a unifying Canadian figure. His efforts bridge the technical and political worlds, emphasizing science-based decision-making, inclusivity, and civic responsibility. A respected speaker and mentor, Garneau has continued to inspire through educational outreach and public service initiatives. Whether in orbit or on the parliamentary floor, his leadership consistently reflected integrity, curiosity, and a commitment to the common good. Marc Garneau's life story is not just about reaching for the stars. It's about bringing the benefits of those lofty goals back down to earth to serve and uplift society. Jaraan Cornell. Jaraan Cornell was an accomplished basketball player and beloved mentor whose influence extended far beyond the hardwood. Born on November 22, 1977 in South Bend, Indiana, Cornell grew up with a passion for basketball that would define his career and legacy. Known for his clutch performances, disciplined defense, and leadership qualities, he earned recognition at every level he played. Cornell rose to prominence during his high school years at Clay High School, where he became a local legend. His standout performance as a sharpshooting guard helped lead his team to multiple victories and earned him accolades, including all-state honors. His precision from the three-point line and his calm demeanor in tight moments set him apart as a clutch player. He went on to play college basketball at Purdue University from 1996 to 2000 under coach Gene Keady. Cornell played a key role in Purdue's success during those years, helping the team reach the NCAA tournament multiple times and making it to the Elite Eight in 2000. He left Purdue as one of the school's all-time leaders in three-point shooting, remembered for his smart play, toughness, and work ethic. After college, Cornell played professionally, including time in the NBA Development League and international leagues. While he didn't reach the NBA spotlight, his love for the game never waned. Instead, he redirected his passion into developing future talent and giving back to the community. In his post-playing career, Cornell became a basketball coach and mentor in South Bend. He dedicated his time to working with youth, helping them refine their skills on the court while teaching discipline, respect, and perseverance. His presence at community centers, schools, and local games made him a role model for countless aspiring athletes. Cornell's legacy is built on more than stats and highlights. It's reflected in the lives he influenced. Former players, peers, and coaches speak of his humility, encouragement, and ability to uplift others. He made basketball a bridge for opportunity and personal growth. Jaraan Cornell passed away unexpectedly in May 2024, leaving a community in mourning and a legacy of mentorship and inspiration. Tributes poured in from former teammates, students, and local leaders, all celebrating his impact not just as an athlete, but as a human being who gave selflessly. His story is a testament to how greatness is measured not only by what happens under the spotlight, but by how one gives back after it fades. Jaraan Cornell's contributions continue to live on through the young people he coached, the community he uplifted, and the game he loved. Colin Jerwood. Colin Jerwood was a defining figure in the anarcho-punk music scene, best known as the frontman of the British punk band Conflict. With a voice as fierce as his convictions, Jerwood helped galvanize a generation of political punk fans through lyrics that tackled issues like animal rights, anti-fascism, anarchism, and environmentalism with uncompromising clarity and intensity. Jerwood rose to prominence in the early 1980s during a period of political unrest in the UK. Forming Conflict in South London, he joined a movement of bands like Crass and Subhumans that eschewed mainstream music industry norms and used punk as a tool for radical social commentary. Conflict quickly gained a devoted following with its raw sound, powerful performances, and confrontational message. Under Jerwood's leadership, the band became known not only for its aggressive musical style, but also for its commitment to activism. Conflict collaborated closely with organizations such as the Animal Liberation Front and anarchist collectives. Their 1983 album Increase the Pressure became a punk anthem of defiance and resistance, while songs like To Whom It May Concern and The Serenade is Dead addressed injustice with unflinching honesty. Though never chart toppers in a conventional sense, Jerwood and Conflict influenced countless punk bands and DIY scenes around the world. Their releases through Mortar Hate Records, a label Jerwood helped run, were integral in keeping the anarcho-punk ethos alive and accessible. Colin Jerwood passed away in early 2024, prompting tributes from fans, fellow musicians, and political activists. His death marked the loss of not just a punk frontman, but a principled voice who never backed down from confronting power with art. His legacy lives on through Conflict's recordings, the continued relevance of their messages, and the communities built around music that dares to speak out. Colin Jerwood stood for resistance, unity, and truth, a rebel in the purest punk tradition.
Jonathan Joss. Jonathan Joss was a Native American actor and musician whose distinctive voice and powerful presence brought visibility to indigenous stories in mainstream entertainment. Born on December 22, 1965 in San Antonio, Texas, Joss was of Comanche and Apache descent and proudly embraced his heritage throughout his career. He is best remembered for voicing the character John Redcorn in the long-running animated series King of the Hill. His portrayal added depth and dignity to a role that might otherwise have been sidelined, offering moments of cultural resonance and comedic timing. Redcorn, a recurring character and spiritual healer, became a beloved fixture of the show thanks to Joss's voice performance, which combined gravitas with humor. Beyond animation, Joss also appeared in numerous films and television series, including roles in Walker, Texas Ranger, Dead Man's Walk, Parks and Recreation, and Comanche Moon. He often played characters rooted in Native culture, advocating for more authentic and respectful representation in Hollywood. Joss's acting career was marked by a quiet but consistent mission to uplift Indigenous voices. He was passionate about ensuring that Native people were portrayed with nuance and truth rather than stereotypes. His presence on screen served as an inspiration to young Native American performers and filmmakers seeking to see themselves represented. In addition to acting, Joss was also a talented musician. He released original music under the name the Redcorn Band, blending rock, blues, and Native-inspired themes. His songs often addressed cultural identity, social justice, and personal resilience, further extending his impact beyond the screen. Joss was known off-screen for his warm spirit and commitment to mentorship. He participated in community events, film festivals, and youth outreach programs that focused on arts education and Indigenous empowerment. Friends and collaborators remembered him as generous, introspective, and proud of his roots. Jonathan Joss passed away in 2024, leaving behind a meaningful legacy as a cultural bridge between Native traditions and contemporary media. His contributions to entertainment were not just performances, they were acts of representation and advocacy. Whether making audiences laugh with John Redcorn's dry wit or performing songs that spoke to cultural survival, Joss dedicated his life to enriching the perception and presence of Native Americans in popular culture. His legacy lives on in the voices he amplified and the barriers he helped break.
Greg Millen. Greg Millen is a former NHL goaltender turned highly respected hockey analyst whose voice became a familiar and trusted presence in Canadian sports broadcasting. Born on June 25, 1957 in Toronto, Ontario, Millen built a dual career in both professional hockey and media, contributing decades of insight and dedication to the sport he loves. Millen's professional playing career began in the late 1970s. He was signed by the Pittsburgh Penguins and made his NHL debut during the 1978 to 1979 season. Over the next 14 years, Millen played for 6 different teams, including the Hartford Whalers, St. Louis Blues, Quebec Nordiques, and Chicago Blackhawks. Known for his agility, quick reflexes, and mental toughness in the net, he appeared in over 600 regular season games. Though he never won a Stanley Cup, Millen earned the respect of teammates and opponents alike for his consistency and professionalism. One of his most memorable seasons came with the Blues, where he played a key role in leading the team to the playoffs. His journeyman career made him a relatable figure for fans and gave him a deep understanding of the psychological and physical demands of professional hockey. After retiring from play in 1992, Millen seamlessly transitioned into broadcasting. He joined the ranks of hockey analysts and quickly became a fixture on Canadian television, offering commentary for Hockey Night in Canada and other major sports networks. His style, thoughtful, articulate, and enthusiastic, made him a fan favorite. Millen was known for breaking down goaltending techniques in ways both experts and casual fans could appreciate. His first-hand experience gave his commentary authenticity, and he was particularly praised for his ability to explain complex plays and rules with clarity. Throughout his media career, Millen also became a strong advocate for player safety and the mental well-being of athletes. He often discussed the pressures players face both on and off the ice, using his platform to push for more compassionate treatment of athletes. In addition to his work in media, Millen has supported youth hockey initiatives and served as a mentor to young goaltenders. His ongoing involvement in the sport reflects his enduring love for the game and commitment to its future. Greg Millen's contributions to hockey span the ice rink and the broadcast booth. He is widely respected not just for his stats, but for his insight, integrity, and passion. His legacy continues to influence how the game is played, discussed, and appreciated across North America. James McEachin. James McEachin was a multifaceted American talent, an accomplished actor, decorated veteran, and author whose life and career spanned nearly a century of service, creativity, and cultural representation. Born on May 20th, 1930 in Rennert, North Carolina, and raised in Hackensack, New Jersey, McEachin lived a life marked by duty, dignity, and artistic passion. He served with distinction in the Korean War, where he was wounded in combat and later awarded both the Silver Star and the Purple Heart. His military service shaped his sense of responsibility and perspective, later informing his thoughtful portrayals on screen and his written work. Following his military service, McEachin entered the world of entertainment, first working in the music industry and then transitioning into acting in the 1960s. He quickly built a reputation as a reliable and powerful performer, taking on roles that spanned crime dramas, westerns, and historical pieces. He appeared in numerous television shows and films, including Perry Mason, Columbo, Matlock, Mission Impossible, Cannon, and The $6 Million Man. One of his most well-known roles was as Harry Tenafly in the 1970s detective series Tenafly, which was notable for making McEachin one of the first black actors to star as a lead in a network drama. Though short-lived, the series was groundbreaking and cemented McEachin's place in television history. In addition to acting, McEachin was a prolific writer. He authored several novels, plays, and essays, often exploring themes of identity, justice, and patriotism. His books, such as Farewell to the Mockingbirds and Tell Me a Tale, blended personal narrative with fiction, shedding light on the African-American experience and American history. Later in life, McEachin became a sought-after public speaker, especially among veterans and civic organizations. He frequently spoke about the intersection of military service, race, and media representation, drawing from his life as a soldier and storyteller. McEachin received numerous awards for his contributions to the arts and veteran communities, including commendations from military groups and civil rights organizations. His work broke barriers in Hollywood and helped expand opportunities for African-American actors in serious and leading roles. James McEachin passed away in July 2023 at the age of 93. He left behind a legacy of courage, craft, and advocacy, an artist who defied typecasting and a patriot who continued to serve his country through stories and service. His life stands as a powerful example of excellence and resilience, and he remains a respected figure in both the entertainment world and among fellow veterans. Charlie Scalise. Charlie Scalise was a veteran American character actor best known for his memorable role as Thomas Horseface Pacusa in the critically acclaimed HBO series The Wire. With a career built on bringing authenticity and depth to blue-collar, working-class characters, Scalise left a lasting impression despite not being a household name. Born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Scalise worked for many years in theater and regional productions before transitioning into film and television in his later years. His late entry into on-screen acting only underscored his passion and perseverance, proving that talent can shine at any age. His breakout role came in the second season of The Wire, 2003, where he played Horseface, a longshoreman involved in the corruption and economic decline of Baltimore's waterfront. Scalise brought a world-weary realism to the character, embodying the struggles of aging workers displaced by globalization and corruption. His performance helped humanize the show's exploration of institutional failure and labor injustice. Outside of The Wire, Scalise also appeared in popular series such as Homicide, Life on the Street, The Sopranos, and Law & Order. He was known for his gravelly voice, expressive eyes, and the quiet intensity he brought to each role. He often portrayed men burdened by regret or fighting to maintain their dignity, roles that resonated deeply with audiences. Despite his on-screen success, Scalise remained deeply connected to his roots. He was active in community theater, often mentoring young actors and advocating for the arts in underserved neighborhoods. His humility and generosity earned him admiration from peers and fans alike. Charlie Scalise passed away in 2024, leaving behind a modest but impactful body of work that continues to be celebrated for its integrity and emotional truth. His portrayal of Horseface remains one of The Wire's most touching and understated performances, a reminder of the forgotten workers who form the backbone of American industry. His legacy is not one of fame but of respect, an actor who elevated every scene he was in and who proved that real storytelling lies in the quiet, lived-in moments of human experience. Loretta Swit, 1937 to 2025. Loretta Swit, born on November 4, 1937 in Passaic, New Jersey, was a trailblazing actress and animal rights activist best known for her role as Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan in the groundbreaking television series MASH. Her career in advocacy redefined television roles for women and left a lasting mark on American entertainment. Swit's upbringing in a working-class Polish-American family instilled a deep sense of resilience and discipline. She studied acting at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York City and began her career on stage, appearing in regional theater and Broadway productions. Her television debut came in the late 1960s, leading to numerous guest roles in shows like Gunsmoke, Mission Impossible, and Hawaii Five-0. In 1972, Swit landed her most iconic role in MASH, a satirical dramedy set during the Korean War. Originally written as a one-dimensional caricature, the character of Major Houlihan evolved into a complex, career-driven woman, thanks largely to Swit's passionate input. She portrayed Houlihan for the entire run of the show, until its finale in 1983, which remains one of the most-watched television episodes in history. Swit earned 2 Emmy Awards for her role and was nominated 10 times. Off-screen, Loretta Swit was known for her strong advocacy of animal rights. She worked closely with organizations such as Actors and Others for Animals and the Humane Society. She was also involved in supporting veterans, using her influence to raise awareness about post-war trauma and healthcare needs. Swit's later career included theater productions, voice acting, and public speaking. Her book, Sweetheart: The Watercolor Artistry and Animal Activism of Loretta Swit, showcases her artwork and commitment to humane causes. Loretta Swit passed away peacefully at her New York City home on May 30th, 2025, at the age of 87 due to natural causes. Her passing was widely mourned across the entertainment industry and among animal welfare advocates. Tributes poured in from former co-stars, fans, and nonprofit organizations, all recognizing her for not just her talent, but her generous spirit and determination to make the world better. Her legacy remains immortalized, not only through MASH, but through the doors she opened for actresses playing powerful, intelligent female characters in male-dominated narratives.